Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today's inspiration is called Choosing to Hear the Whispering Voice of the Holy Name. It came actually, I have to give this part of this inspiration, I have to give the credit to Vejayanti, who had a very, very nice inspiration about whispering. And we will start with the first station of making a choice to hear the holy name. And this is actually a huge step in our for a successful chanting of the holy name, that we take a choice that we will chant the holy name with great attention. This is what we can call sincerity in chanting the holy name. So we are conscious and we decide how we want our japa to be. And we have actually the right to choose and to do what we want. To choose if we just follow our mind all the way along, or if we choose to hear the holy name. Often we think we have no power over the mind, and that the mind is stronger, and that the mind will take us everywhere anyway. I will not be able to chant properly. I will not be able to control our mind. And that's immediately disqualifying us for a good chanting. But in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains that over the mind is the intelligence, and over all is the soul. It's us who actually can decide. And like Mahatma Prabhu mentioned once, he was saying that the mind wanders because we allow it to wander. So when we actually allow it to wander, then the mind will take us everywhere. But if we actually take the choice, no, now I want to chant nicely, it will be a totally different experience. So that will be the beginning of today's session. We take a conscious vow, a sankalpa, that today we choose. We choose to hear the holy name. And you will see in the picture that I will share with you, share with the screen, we see a person sitting down, and there are two pathways that he can decide which one he goes. So we have to take the choice. Just the picture do not depict properly, because on the picture both pathways are the same. But the pathway of following our mind, or the pathway of choosing to hear the holy name, they are totally different. That means the pathway of hearing the holy name, it's very, very soft, Braj, Raj, dust and Vrindavan atmosphere, while the path of the mind is actually full of thorn, full of obstacles, gray, and very, very dirty path. So we now will take the choice to take the road of the holy name, to hear the holy name. And anytime the mind wanders, we remember, oh, I took a choice. Now I will follow the choice that I took. And we dare to choose the holy name, to hear the holy name. Okay. 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 So we will continue in this way of choosing, and I think we can feel there is a vast difference. When we take the choice, we can stay much more with the holy name, but slowly, 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 the world is coming and grasping us again and taking us. Therefore, the second step we will do today is to let go of the mind, because the mind has this tendency to always go to the world, and in the world, what happened, we start again to identify as the false self, as the false ego, as a doer and as an enjoyer. I was reading yesterday from Satsvarup Maharaj. He speaks in the Japa Reform book about the 10th offenses to the holy name, which is to maintain material attachment of I and mine. And Maharaj writes, the test of your progress in chanting Hare Krishna is how much you have given up the idea of I and mine. One should not chant and persist in those bodily conceptions of life. If you maintain material attachment and habits despite being given so many instructions, then this is the 10th offense. And Maharaj a little bit further explained how it is important for devotees who are initiated, devotees who are very serious into perfecting their life, this lifetime, to go back to Godhead, how careful and how important they have to learn to detach themselves from this I and mine and from the world. It is expected that by chanting, we will not remain perpetually in the stage of false ego. So this false identification is very much connected to the world. And I read recently a beautiful verse from Vrindavan Mahimamrita, where Prabhupada Saraswati speaks about the insignificance of the world. And I just like to read the verse. He speaks, he's glorifying Vrindavan. I thought that's actually a beautiful verse we can recite when we are in the Holy Dham. He said, "O Vrindavan, you possess the supreme transcendental beauty. O supreme blissful Vrindavan, your sweet transcendental qualities are eternally glorified in song." And then it comes, "O Vrindavan, if I know that in comparison to you, millions of lifetimes are extremely insignificant, then why for me does this entire material world not become as insignificant as a single blade of grass?" Meaning, when I know how life is insignificant, millions of life are insignificant in comparison of you, why do I take this life still so importantly? And there was a following thought coming, because last Saturday we were reading about the Krishna's following the forest fire, and Krishna was saying, "Close your eyes." He was saying to the Brishbasi, "Close your eyes," and then he's followed the forest fire. And I was thinking, yes, I should close my eyes to this material world, where in the environment where I'm so much identified to the false ego of I and mine. But I should close my eyes. I usually do when I chant, but I should also close the inner eyes, or those are difficult to close. Instead of looking in the world, I should rather look in the world of Sri Vrindavan Dham, the beautiful landscape, the beautiful playground of Radha and Krishna. So those are thoughts. We continue, we remain very determined with our choice, but we don't allow ourselves to go back into the material world, into the world of I and mine, and we close our eyes to this world, and we try to remain solely with the holy name, and we might keep an eye open in the land of Sri Vrindavan. Hare Krishna. So the last part today will be connected to hearing the whispering voice of the holy name. And here all credit to my Jayanti, who was bringing this beautiful inspiration. We are actually at the moment reading a small booklet. It's a compilation of poems that were done by His Holiness Sachinandana Swami, and it is called Whispering Voice. And that was something entering this whispering. And when we can see, at least here in Switzerland, we are in the middle of spring, and we can see how everything, the beauty of the nature, and we can hear the whisper of Krishna through the beauty of spring by seeing the beautiful flowers. There is the whisper of our Lord. By hearing the sweet sound of the flowing river, there is the whisper of Krishna. And during Japa, the whisper is the Maha Mantra, the chanting that is just there, just very, very soft. And when the sound is soft, we naturally give more attention. We had once in Golokadam a devotee who was giving lecture, and he was speaking very, very soft. And when he was speaking very soft, we all had really to make an effort to understand what he was saying, and we were really like fully present. So in the same way, this whisper of the holy name is something like very sweet, very soft, that we need to really give our full attention to it. At the same time, a whisper is something that is soft, but often carries a secret. Often when someone will whisper something, he will whisper that something only to one person, so that other person will not hear. So it's something very intimate and secret, and that's very much what is the holy name. In one level, it's just names, but in the other level, it's full of all the transcendental loving secret of Krishna and his associates. So also our mind is usually full of voices that are very loud, but the holy name is there, very, very soft. And now we really want to switch the center of attention and hear the whispering of the holy name. So think of the sound of the holy name, the whisper, like a secret whisper, full of intimate meanings, and hear it carefully to understand. So we keep choosing, I want to listen the voice of the holy name, the whisper of the holy name. I let go of the world, and I will now put all my attention into this whisper of the holy name. Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you for joining today. Yesterday, after coming back from our nature walk, Jayanti was reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, the beginning of the 8th canto, and she found something very, very beautiful about hearing the voice of the Lord. So I don't have it right in front of me, but I will post it on the chat for your pleasure a little bit later. And I was also thinking to hear. I heard sometimes that in lectures that when we hear carefully the holy names, we will be able also to hear much more carefully the voice of the Lord. It's a different vibration. It's a different sphere of sound that when we are accustomed to hear the holy name and put this attention to hear the soft voice, the soft whisper of the holy name, instead of just hearing the gross sound of the mind, then our ability to hear will also purify a lot, and we will be able to hear much more from the divine level or the divine realm. So thank you for joining. Very happy that you were there today. And if it was helpful, please carry it along during the week. And Krishna willing, we meet next Monday again. Thank you for joining. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hi Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Thank you.